new to the channel, my name's Dino, this is my partner Adam, and our fur baby Twyla. We love travelling in our Ford Transit camper van, travelling in our Jimny and doing tent camping, and occasionally staying at an Airbnb. So if you like free camping, paid camping, camping tips and tricks, camp cooking ideas, and the good old country bakery, you've come to the right channel. So if you like what you see, press the subscribe button and come with us as we travel Australia one town at a time. Now let's get into this episode. On this episode, I'm currently following my youngest brother. He's got his Jayco van hooked up, and I'm in our camper van. Adam and Twyla are staying home this weekend, and I'm going to head out with Lee, who's going to show us a new free camp. Well, it's not new to me. Free campsite, so I can't wait to see it, and he's looking forward to showing it to us. All right. So supposedly this road turns into dirt road, so let's hope the old camper van doesn't get bogged. And he tells me that we're heading up there, right up, somewhere up that way. So this is going to be interesting. What else will make this interesting is meant to be raining all weekend, so we'll see how we go. But you know what? Sometimes you can't trust those forecasts, so don't hold back. Always go out and try. If you're in a tent, well, that might be a different story. But we've both got our vans, so I think we should be right. The roads are pretty narrow, so hopefully we're right, because both our vans are quite wide. So we'll see how we go. Check out some of these views from up here. Pretty amazing. Alright, the fridge door has just opened. That's not a good sign. So many rocks and boulders. Check out the size of this one. Look at that. Now, in the dirt road. Alright, looks like we're here. Alright, we've made it. Now, we're going to be camping just down a little bit further. We've just got out of the cars to make sure that there was no one actually down there camping, because once Lee's down there with this, he's not going to be able to turn back around if someone else is down there. So we've done that. He's in his van. He's about to head down, and I'm going to follow him down, but I've got to kind of stay back a bit so he can do his little Yui, so we can get back out in the morning. All right, so I don't know what he's actually doing, but he's reversing into this spot. So I'll wait till he gets out and tells me where he wants me to park. Alright, he's still going at it. He's going back and forth, back and forth. He's only got a little bit of room to move. I just hope his van doesn't end up in the drink. The water's just behind there. And he's achieved it. So that's what he wanted to do. So now tomorrow he can just drive straight out of here. Alright, we're in position. The van's pretty straight. It's not too bad. Not too bad. We've got to put it up on these things that Lee's holding.
Ramps.
But doesn't really need it, and it was a bit soft there, so we moved it over. And then here's Lee. Welcome back.
G'day, how are we?
Yeah, you ready for a wintry weekend?
Always.
It's actually not too bad. Like we've just come through rain and stuff, and now it is cloudy, but it looks all right. Well, hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah. Wow.
And then we've just got Lee's van up because it's really unlevel here. But with those, it's well, your leveler came out perfect, didn't it?
Beautiful. We're in the bubbles in the middle.
Right in the middle. Yeah, awesome. And this is actually left over, these pieces of wood from Lee coming here only last weekend and camping. And as you can see, we are on now. This is all man-made, isn't it, Lee?
Yeah. So that wall, I'll take you over to the other side later.
Yeah.
Show you the plaque.
Yeah.
It was made in the late 1800s. So this is the Trawool Reservoir Campsite. They only just recently opened it up. It's always been open, but they've stocked it full of fish. Only fingerlings though, so there's not big ones in there. But
they've got to wait till to grow. And
my good mate Ray found this place on Google Maps. Solely because he was looking for somewhere we could go for a swim during summer.
Is it actually on Wiki Camp apps yet?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. But
right, well, let's not tell anyone.
We'll try to keep it quiet. But if you want to come here for a swim in summertime, 40-degree day, you jump in that water, you last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It's freezing.
And look, they do have a couple of, what do you call them? Like pontoons that you can run and jump off. Or I suppose if you've got a little canoe or something, you can have a bit of a paddle.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're going to just go collect some wood because we've got 2 dishes. So I'll be cooking lunch for us today. And then Lee tonight is going to be cooking something yummy for dinner. And both the meals are going to be very winter related. So they're going to be, now that it is getting cold. So yeah, we'll be able to keep warm and show you these dishes that you can do over your campfire. Now, if you are new to the channel and you haven't seen Lee in our earlier episodes back in the day, they've got he's got a Jayco Outback expander, so both ends do pop out, and that's your beds, and then you've got your pretty much your kitchen and lounge in the middle part, and your shower and toilet. So yeah, it's a pretty nifty van. So he's only needs to set up one side because it's only him tonight, and like I said, once he's all set up, he's just popping his roof up, we'll head out and grab some wood. All right, we interrupt this program. We just had an issue. We're just putting out the awning because it is starting to rain. And Lee's awning has literally snapped off the van. So that's not going to be good for driving back.
No, that's all right. I've got technology.
You got technology?
I brought my tools. So.
You brought your tools? All right. Yeah. So yeah, one extra job before we have to resolve before we go get our timber. So Lee, you're doing a Ryobi ad, are you?
Yeah. Well, I like Ryobi because of the colour. That's the only reason why I buy it.
Oh yeah. What, really?
Yes, really. I'm
not even like this limey colour.
I love it. I love it.
So he's brought his blower just in case we need it for the fire, I suppose. Lights. And then he's got this to fix the van, so hopefully he can work it out.
She's a bit loosey, that one.
A bit loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
I must just throw a couple extra screws in, I think. All right, we managed to get it up. Now Lee is just sharpening up his chainsaw.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Makeshift voice.
Yeah. And just because it's very blunt, so he's just sharpening it up before we go look for wood, just at the back of his ute, and then we'll head out. There's plenty of wood. We were driving up here, we saw it all along the side of the road because they've been clearing it out, you know, for fires and stuff, just cleaning up around underneath all the trees.
Actually, this week they're burning off.
Oh, they're burning off as well, so we might get a bit of smoke haze. There was signage saying beware of smoke haze. So there's a lot of four-wheel drive tracks around here. This is the way Lee normally comes in, but there was no way I was getting in there in the van because that's a four-wheel drive track. And we're just gonna head down this way and hopefully get some wood. So we've seen plenty of, especially like over here, plenty of wood. The only thing is it's all green. But we found this piece here, so Lee's gonna cut into it. Hopefully his chainsaw's ready to go because it was wasn't the best thingo job, was it, Lee?
Yeah, it's been gulleted out the last time it had been sharpened on one side, so it's going to cut like a banana.
It's going to cut like a banana. Yeah. So, all right, we'll see if we can get through this.
All right.
Oh, well, there you go. We're slowly loading it in. We've got a lot there. Lee's still up there cutting up more. With Lee, he always has a big fire. You can't go anywhere with him with a little fire. No. I said, do you want me to bring some wood? He's like, no, it's all there. There's plenty of wood. And there definitely is. Look at it all. All right, doesn't look like too bad of a load. But Lee still wants more, don't you?
That's just to get the fire going.
Oh my Lord. I just said to him, when I take a bag of wood with me, this is like about 15 bags of that wood that I take. Wow. And one bag lasts me for a night. I think this is going to last for a year.
I'm cooking on it for 3 hours, so.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, and we're still going. He wants more, so he's going to get... Okay, we're back from collecting the firewood. Lee's getting the fire ready, so he's working on that now. I'm getting all the stuff out because I'm going to be whipping up some curry sausages. Now, in past episodes, I have done curry sausages once before. Totally different recipe. These are more traditional curry sausages, the ones your mum used to make you back in the day. My mum used to make this recipe for Lee and I when we were younger. So I thought, what a great way to warm us up on this wintry day for our lunch. What you're going to need for this is some sausages. It says 600 grams. I've got these. It's 550, close enough. One big carrot. I've got peas, plain flour or self-raised, whatever you want. You just need a little bit of flour. We've got, but plain's probably better. Salt, pepper, chicken stock. Of course, you need your authentic curry powder. And then you've got onion, sugar, and some garlic. You can use fresh. I'm just using that because we're out camping. And then also, I'm going to pair it with some Deb. You can't beat some Deb. Now, the other reason why I'm doing this dish this weekend is because Adam's definitely not a fan of curry sausages. Never has been. Didn't grow up on them because he is an Italian, and they just didn't have it in their house. So he's a bit when it comes to curry sausages. And also, he's not a fan of Deb. Poor Deb. What'd she ever do to him? Anyway, let's get these cooking. Lee's done his job. What have you got there, Lee?
I don't play with matches.
You don't play with matches?
Nah, we go firepower.
Oh my God.
Easiest way.
Yeah. So he's got the fire ready to go. He's going to light it up. Do you want to light it up, Lee?
Through lit.
Where?
Down here.
Oh, the other side. Here we go. Look at this. Yes. And then check out. This is what we brought back.
Baby fire.
That's a lot of wood. Now I'm going to start the sausages off in the pan. I'm going to cook them and get them ready whilst we're getting the coals ready to cook the curry sausages. The fire's going really nice. Really nice. Lee just cleaned out the back of his ute with his blower. So it's all nice and clean again because that made quite a mess, all that wood. But I think we will be settling for the night, and I think that fire's going to look great next to this water. Look how beautiful that is. Lee has just poured us a whiskey. This is our first drink we're having together on this trip. So, cheers, Lee.
Cheers.
Okay, so my sausage is ready, and I've just cut them up. Look at that. Really nice. And now what I'm going to do is, because the fire is not completely ready yet, the coals, I'm going to get this started on my gas cooker. So I'll turn the camera around and show you what I'm going to do. So first I'm contending with this wasp. Look at this wasp. It's just flying around. Can you go away, please? Oh, it's seen my sausages. Of course it's going to want my sausages. And yeah, so I'm just going to turn this on. All right, now that I've got that on the heat, I'm going to throw the onions in and start mixing them around. So I've got one onion in there, and I'm adding 2 cloves of garlic, or otherwise a big spoon of garlic. And like I said, we'll just mix that around. Now we're going to add in our curry powder. It says 1 tablespoon, but you do however much you like. I'm going to do about 3 because I love the curry. And I'm using this curry. Then adding 2 cups of your chicken stock. And I'm not measuring it, but that's what you're meant to add in, but that'll do me. And I'm just going to give that a mix around now. 3 teaspoons of flour. Again, oh, I think I just put too much in. Mix that around. 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of your salt and pepper. Just as I was about to put my no-name salt and pepper in, Lee ran out with his new toy. What have you got now? You always got some sort of new bloody toy.
Well, I got sore wrists and I don't like turning, so...
Are you joking?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not joking. So we got the old...
Electric salt and pepper shakers,
yeah.
camping.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like taken to a whole nother level, Lee.
I'm telling you, it's sore wrists.
Yeah, yeah.
So... Oi, battery might be dead.
Oh, now you're screwed. I'm going back to my no-name ones now. Then in goes your carrots, peas, and the most important, the sausages. And I'm going back in with the curry because I'm just not satisfied. I want more. All right, I've just added extra water to this. That's not part of the recipe, but because I am going to be putting this over coals, it's going to evaporate really quick, and it was already nice and thick. So I need those carrots to cook and the peas. So I've just added extra water in and gave it a mix around. And now we're going to go throw it on some coals. Okay, so lid's going on. Let that sit for a second while Lee gets our coals out, ready to pop the camp oven onto. You can see we've only had this fire going for only a short amount of time, and he's managed to get a fair whack of coals going. So that's good. That's awesome. So we don't need heaps for this. We just need to simmer away so we get a nice tasting curry sausages. There's the coals, they're ready. Oh God, smoke. Ooh. Right, I'm just gonna check on it because it's been on there for a little bit now, and I don't want it. Yeah, it's boiling away, so I want to give it just a bit of a stir, as you can see. And this is why I added the extra water, because I didn't want it to start sticking. So I'll probably keep the lid off for a bit now, and just let that reduce a little bit. The fire got to the point where it was so hot. We've actually moved our coals over here, so new fresh lot of coals. Now this is ready, so that's just cooking away anyway. And I've got my Deb, so I've been heating up water. It's pretty hot, almost ready to go. And once that starts boiling, I'm gonna start throwing this in. And I'm not using measurements, just pop it in until I get a beautiful potato. Oh, here comes some motorbikers on the motor. G'day! Yeah, so I'm just going to get this happening, because if I wait for it to boil, we'll be here all day. Alright, we've got instant potato. Time to dish up lunch. Alright, so I've popped the potato in the bowls, but I've pushed it to the side, as you can see, so I can fill that up with the curry sausages. Oh, it's looking good.
Smells great.
Yes, look at that. What do you reckon, Lee? Nice?
That was fantastic.
Well, you haven't tasted it yet.
No, I haven't, but I can smell it, and I'm very hungry.
All right, I haven't got Adam here to judge my cooking, but I've got Lee here. What do you reckon? Hopefully you're a better judge than Adam. Go for it.
Well, I love my curry sausages, and this is fantastic.
It's completely different the way you do them, isn't it?
Yeah, I do them a little bit different. I put like jam in mine.
Yeah.
That's from Mum taught us that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is great, especially around the fire.
Yeah, no, it's good to keep you warm.
Keeping you warm.
Well, that was absolutely delicious, and definitely going to be cooking that again. And I wouldn't even mind trying to cook it for Adam and see if he actually does like it. Because, you know, sometimes you just get it into your head that you don't like something, but you've never actually really given it a go. So I might have to try to get him to have a bowl. Anyway, I thought I might show you around this campground and show you a little bit of it before we even think about what's on the menu for dinner, because Lee is going to be starting to cook pretty early because it's going to take a long time to cook what he's cooking, but I'll let him tell you about that. Let's go walk around the campsite. All right, so I'm going to walk. Lee's telling me to walk across this. He's got his camera set up over there. I'm a little bit, because it drops. There's a big drop. So, but he reckons across there is a plaque that you can read. So I'm doing this for the channel. If I die from this, Adam, just please still upload this episode so everyone can see the way I died and they can all blame Lee. All right, I'm up here. Now, this is bluestone under me, and you can see how it drops down on one side, and then you got the water this side. So I think it's probably safer to drop to the right rather than left. All right, let's start walking, and let's hope I don't trip. Now, I definitely wouldn't recommend doing this when it's been, like when the ground is all wet, because there is a bit of green on here, and I can imagine it getting slippery. You can see where the water would run down. This here is where the water goes over first and down this wall. It looked amazing, it cascading over the wall. Check it out when it's been raining heaps. It looked awesome. And then that is looking back at the original campsite where we saw the first guys, there was people camping there when we first got here. They've all gone now. So we've got the whole place to ourselves. And then they're the two parts where you can jump off into the water if you're that game. And then that's our full campsite right there. Look how good that looks. And you've got the reflection and all. Anyway, I'll head back. I'll keep going, and oh God, this is getting thinner now. The wall is getting thinner. You can see the drop to my left. I definitely don't want to trip over here. Okay, I've made it over, and I've just come over here. It looks like someone's had a fire over here. Nice, another nice little camping spot. I don't know how you get here. There's you definitely would need a 4-wheel drive to get here. Now I'm just going to head down and go see. There's meant to be a plaque down here. How cool does this look? Seeing the water up there, and then seeing the dam wall that stops it all from coming over. And this is what Lee has told me to come and have a read of. All right, to be honest, I can barely read any of this. It's got a lot of names on it. I can't see year, even though Lee did say year before. But yeah, it's just really hard to read. Oh, there might be a year in there, I think, but I just can't see it. But anyway, if you want to have a go and see what you can see there you go. This dam wall is bringing back memories of when I was back over in Mexico, because the pyramids were really similar to this. They had really narrow steps. Now, I know these aren't steps, and I know this is not a pyramid. But yeah, the reason why they had narrow steps like this leading up to the pyramid, and I climbed some like this, it was really hard, was because when you're coming down, they didn't want you to turn your back on the priest and the kings and queens, or whatever they called them over there. I forget now. That's really bad. I'm going to have to go back and watch my episodes. Yeah, so you'd be forced to walk down either on your side or backwards. You couldn't walk forwards with your back facing towards them. So there you go. Bit of Mexico history. And also, I'm just loving the look of this. All right, so I'm just putting a kangaroo poo. I did see a kangaroo earlier. I missed it, so I couldn't film it. But you can head down this way. Now, in the rainier seasons, I'm sure this will be flowing and you wouldn't be able to walk over it. I'm going to head back up this way to our campsite. And that's the wall facing this way. But you've got a bit of a creek happening. It looks really nice down here. I've just walked down. I'm just following the stream down. And look at these beautiful rock formations. Looks gorgeous. And I'm just going to head over there. There's a lot of moss over there. But I can imagine if you walked over and looking back when it was really raining hard, you'd see all beautiful gushes of water going over here. It would be amazing. All right, let's head over here and see what it looks like over here. Have I found my first waterfall? Look at that. Maybe not quite. Maybe not quite. So yeah, it just keeps going down. It's all rock where the water runs down. And then over here, I found all this. Look how interesting it looks. And then over here, it looks like someone didn't make it out. An old car's been dumped over the edge. And there it lays. Okay, I'm back up where we were camping. So that's where we are right there. And they do have this sign here that gives you a little bit about the history, which I'll just go into so you can have a read. If you want to pause, read the sign. There's a lot of information there. I won't read it all. And also there's a bit of a photo here, a couple of photos. And then it actually says here, so there is a walk you can do. Time 2.5 to 3 hour return. And it just tells you about the elevation and stuff. So there's a bit of elevation in the walk. Now, it does say also that there are toilets here. So I'm going to go check that out because I don't want to send you on a wild goose chase saying that there are toilets when there might not be. And then over here, I apologise, but I did do something wrong. It says not to walk on that wall, which I just did. I'm so sorry. I did not see this sign beforehand. And not to swim, where Lee said he comes here and has a swim. Yep, no swimming. So we've broken a couple of rules. We're so sorry, but that sign is there for a reason. So please do follow the rules, unlike what I just did. All right, so this is the first pontoon that you can walk out on. And I am heading over that way to see if those toilets are there. So got the pontoon, it actually looks quite new. And then we can look back again over where Lee's stoking the fire. Look at that. What an awesome campsite. All right, and this is where the other people were set up when we drove in. So we were just parked there when we drove in. And they've got a couple of car parks. People have made their own fire and left rubbish in it, so that's not really nice. There is 2 tables set up. There's one up there under cover. And there's another fire pit, which people have made themselves as well, over here. And then you've got the second part where you can walk out onto the water. Look at these trees, they're starting to change colour. It's starting to look really beautiful around here. Yeah, so I can't see the toilets. So supposedly there was drop toilets here. The only thing I can think of is maybe that used to be the toilets and they converted it into just a shelter or something. I really don't know. So anyway, we'll head back to camp now because I want to check out what Lee's cooking for dinner. All right, I'm back and it looks like Lee has been busy chopping up. So what are you making for us tonight?
Well, everyone knows I like a sip, so we're going for the old Guinness stew.
Oh, Guinness stew. How many cans of Guinness go in it? Just the one?
Nearly.
Yeah, nearly.
Nearly, because I'll have to have some as well.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, okay.
You get a sample. So,
yes.
Plain Jane, pretty easy.
Yes.
Meat, flour, seed.
No, Lee, we've got to do this again. Okay, meat. What meat are you using?
That's beef.
Just beef? Yep.
Chuck beef.
And then we've got carrots, celery, bacon,
speck ham or
onion, garlic, flour, salt, pepper. Yep. And then what have you got over here?
Bay leaves, thyme,
tomato paste.
Yep. Oh, one thing I'm missing.
What's that?
Inside the broth.
Oh, broth.
Some broth to go in there as well. And let it stew. It's getting a bit coming into dark, so
yes,
it'll be dark when we're eating. Probably about, I reckon, 2-3 hours, maybe two hours.
All right, cool. So we're eating this nice in the dark, and it should warm us up.
But don't worry, we got lights.
Yes,
we got lights.
Lee's got disco lights. So now you're just coating the meat, yeah?
Yeah, just giving it a coat.
And that's what thickens the what would you call it? That thickens the stew.
Oh, not really. It gives you a nice
okay.
crust to the beef. Okay. Well, that's what I reckon anyway. So.
Oh, okay. Right. I'm not a chef, so...
No, I'm not either. I just love food. Put the old camp oven on, get it a bit hot, because we're going to brown off the meat, and get this ball rolling.
So you got some oil there you put in the pan?
Yeah, get the old olive oil. Everyone loves a bit of olive oil.
And we've put the coal away from the fire, just so the fire doesn't add extra heat that we don't need right at the moment. So that is now sizzling. So Lee is chucking in the meat and it's going to brown the meat off first. So just get that cooking. Is browned off. Lee's just putting in the onion and the garlic at the moment.
Yep.
How many cloves did you put in? That was quite a bit.
I reckon it's about 8. I like garlic.
Oh my God, it's going to stink.
I like garlic.
And then he's got bacon going in. In goes the pig.
Yes, oink oink.
Oink oink. Right, now Lee's getting a little bit experimental.
Well, not experimental, I just don't have twine. And
no twine.
I don't like putting... I don't have twine for the time.
Twine for the time.
And I don't like getting in my mouth and that, like when I'm eating. So
yeah, so he's wrapping it up in foil like this, nice and tight, so then he can pull the bundle out once it's finished cooking. Yep. The flavour goes through, like that. And then you don't end up in your mouth when you're eating it.
Smells good, but just
looks like you're about to do some witchcraft, to be honest.
Yeah, it could be.
Yep, so it's going to get everything in. So that's the onions in there at the moment, the bacon, like we said.
Yep. So we just got some celery and some
carrot.
Carrot.
In it goes.
The old wrapped up thyme. We're banging a couple of bay leaves.
Bay leaves.
Enough.
So in goes the tomato paste. In goes that meat. That looks good.
All right, the star of the show, Guinness.
Guinness. Ooh. All right. Well, let's hope it makes it into there. You don't end up drinking it.
No, she's going in there.
Oh, yep, there goes the whole can.
Yeah, we'll go the whole can.
All right. curious when you pulled this out. What actually is that?
It's just it's the old beef broth,
yeah.
bone broth.
Yeah, where do you get that? Coles, Woolies?
Yeah, anyway, but it's brilliant stuff. It's good. People have it just as like a soup, so we're going to top it up with that.
All right, so that's going in there as well. Now, one thing we do like, both of us, is our chili.
Chili.
Yes. Let's go in with the chili. Oh my Lord. Woo. Lee.
Fire in the hole.
Remember, there's no toilets around here.
No. I've got a toilet. All right. Let's put the lid on it and let it stew away.
All right, Lee's going to check his stew. It's been a while. So we'll give it a... Oh, that looks good.
There she's going.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Really good.
I reckon you have a half an hour.
Yep. And your foil's staying together. That's good.
Not bad for a quick idea.
Yeah. The fire is looking so good right now. So I thought I definitely had to get a nice bottle of red to have, which will pair beautifully with what Lee is cooking up right now. So I'm going to pour a glass of this, sit down, and we're going to turn the lights off for a little bit because we want to look up at the sky because the sky is so clear tonight, considering how much clouds we had today. And you can see heaps of satellites going past around here. Lee, last time he was here, saw so many, so we're going to check them out now. So Lee's just opened it up. He's just taking a bit of meat out just for me to try to see if it's tender. And he's going to put a bit more coal under there. But the meat he's pulled out is just over here. So let me have a taste of this and see what it's like. All right, here it is. Oh, that is good. Look at that.
Tender?
Yeah.
It's tender.
Oh, bloody hell, it's hot. And I don't mean temperature. Well, it is temperature, but you can really taste that chili. Well, as you've seen, Lee just pulled the camp oven off the fire and he's cranked it up a bit. We're going to get ourselves warm. It is freezing. This is probably the coldest winter night I've had so far. But got my wine that is tasting quite nice and warming me up. So let's dish this up and give it a taste test. Oh, it's going really well. Look at those massive 2 logs there. All right, we're just gonna dish up. Oh God, this looks good.
You know what? It's pretty spicy.
Wait, I was meant to buy a crusty bread for this, and what did I do? I forgot it. Oops, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Now I just get to eat extra meat. What do you reckon?
Looks good to me.
Yep, I'm going first. I'm tasting it. All right, this looks so good. And I think it's going to be, besides being, I know it's going to be chili hot, but I think it's going to be like temperature hot now too. Oh. Lee, you're going to love this meat. We put it back on for 45 minutes and I thought it was tender before. It is even more tender. This is awesome. Lee, you just got to stop filming because you're going to want to eat this. This is so good. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look how good this looks. Love it.
They always say food's better when you're camping, so I reckon it'll be good.
Food's better when you're camping. So you reckon I'm over-exaggerating?
No.
It's bloody good, isn't it? And I don't mind the chili. I mean, I love my chili anyway, but it's really good. And I think we need it tonight.
Yeah, we do. But that's gold. Love it.
Beautiful. All right, it's time to head off to bed. It's been such a great day, and I've really enjoyed our day, our night, and all the food that we cooked up was absolutely delicious. I've made the bed up, but I'm using Adam's blankets, my blankets, and even one of Twyla's blankets to keep me warm tonight. So this is a blanket that Adam normally sleeps with, and I've doubled it over because it's huge, these blankets. We love these blankets. And then I've got my blanket, which is doubled over, and then I've got one of Twyla's blankets underneath me to keep me warm. So I'm going to lay on that one. And then I've got these on top of me. Look how warm this looks. I'm going to head to bed now, and I'll let you know how I went and if I did stay warm. Well, I'm not sure if Lee's been up and put another log on the fire, or if that's just our fire still going from last night. I think I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk and before Lee gets up, and then come back and make myself a coffee. I just spotted a duck having a bit of a swim. I was actually hoping I would see a few roos this morning. I haven't seen any yet, but I'll keep walking and I'll see if I can catch some. Such a beautiful time of the year with the trees starting to all change colour, and it's just so nice. But one thing that just gets my goat, and I've mentioned this on our episodes before, is when people bloody litter, pick your stuff up and take it home with you. I mean, no one's going to be here. It's not like your mum's coming behind you to pick your stuff up. You know what I mean? Like, take a look at this. Look, a can on the ground. This is my second one I found, so I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to take it, get rid of it, but I shouldn't have to do that. It just takes away from the magic. But I know everyone who watches our episodes wouldn't do that. But, oh, God, wouldn't you love just to have a stick and be following these people around when they do drop rubbish on the ground? You know, because it's just such a beautiful place. And you want to be able to come back to these places time and time again without, one, having rubbish everywhere, or the government closing these places because people do destroy them. But anyway, I've had my rant for the morning. Let's head back to Lee, and I'm still looking for those kangaroos or wallabies, but I haven't seen any yet. Kettle's on, back now, and not a bad morning view outside my window. Alright, coffee's made, and while I'm standing here with my coffee cup, remember guys, you can grab our merchandise. We've got our cups behind me, we've got our Twyla cushion, and I've got my wind cheater on, we've got our t-shirts, and we've even got tea towels, and so much more. So go check that out. Adam will probably pop up a little thing across here with a QR code. You can go to our page to go get yourself some merchandise. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my coffee now. All right, so if you want a quick and easy breakfast, I've done this before on the episodes where I get my McCain's pizza pockets. So you can get a few different types and literally whack it in your Jaffa line, throw it in, and you've got instant Jaffle. And they turn out so good. So I did them last time, well, I reckon, like I said, a year or two ago I did them. And I'm going to see what Lee thinks of it. All right, let's get the Jaffa line happening and throw them into the fire. Actually really cute. They look like little dampers. Look at them. What? They look like little dampers. All right, so I'm just going to get this baby warmed up. I'll just threw a few extra bits of pieces of wood on the fire just to get it nice and hot. And we'll come back in a little bit and see how it's going. Right, so we've got it off the fire. I've just lightly oiled it, and then I'm going to grab my hot pockets and simply just place them in like that. Look how easy this is. Now I've got them both in there. I'm just going to close it up like so and pop her straight into the fire and just let it rest. All right, Lee's making us another round of coffees, but you're using your percolator?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Gotta have a real coffee.
Adam would be very proud of you right now.
Yeah, it's me Italian coming over me, huh?
Yeah, yep, exactly. Although you haven't brought one of our King Dino mugs. You got mine, but where's yours?
Can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
Can't afford that merchandise.
All right, we'll get this off now. I think these should be right. I've got one each. And then we can throw another 2 in. Look at that. So, and what's really good about it is they're really clean. Like, you won't even have to clean this afterwards. Look at that. Oh, God, that's hot. All right, I'll get a bit of paper and we'll get these into us. All right, McCain's, let's see if we've done it again. Let's have a bite. Mmm. Wow. Look at that. Instant jaffle. Tastes so good. And just no mess. I can throw my paper into the fire and no dishes. So if you want something quick and easy, great idea. Well, after that delicious breakfast, we've packed Lee's van up, so it's all ready to go on the back of his ute. And another thing we had to do was, because the fire was still going, we had to smother it. So I'll just show you what we've done. So we literally buried it in dirt, just pushing it all in from the sides, just so there's no chance of it starting a bushfire. Let's see if we can get in one. Oh. Pretty close. Perfect. Well, you know, that's definitely years of practice.
Yeah, I think I've done that before.
And it's on. Oh, look guys, this is what I'm talking about. Take your rubbish home. Don't bloody leave it here. All right, he's all packed up. Lee, you ready to go?
Ready to go.
Did you have fun?
Lots of fun. Thanks
for sharing this awesome place with us. This is just awesome. And what do we say? Don't tell anyone?
Don't tell anyone.
All right, will we see you on another venture soon?
Certainly will. I'm hitting the road and getting back out there.
Oh, good. All right. Well, we might see you on the tube another day.
We will.
But the adventure's not over. Now we need to drive out of here. It's a good... How long is it, Lee, to get out? Is it about a 20-minute drive out?
About 25,
yeah. 25 minutes out on that road we came in under that you saw. And we'll see what we get on the way out. Hopefully we don't come across any kangaroos. As much as I wanted to see them this morning, I don't want to see them on the road. So let's get out of here. What are you doing? I thought we were leaving.
Yeah, before we leave, I'm popping the airbags up.
Oh, where are the airbags?
Got them on the rear. So
it's
a lot more easier on your toe.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So at the moment they're going up or down?
They're going up at the moment. So as you can see, I put them about 35 per side. Got an air compressor in the back of the canopy, and it's all remote operated. Don't have to put air hoses to or nothing. It's good.
Oh, okay, awesome. Nice, quick and easy.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous driving out of here. Look, it's great roads, don't get me wrong, but because there's some really steep parts, if you hit your brakes too hard, I get worried that I'm going to slide off the road. So just take it easy. It's not a race, and you'll get out of here nice and safe. Alright, so we made it back onto the bitumen. Got all the big boulders we're just driving past now, and we should be coming up to some amazing views on the way back down. You definitely wouldn't want your brakes to fail now. Alright, made it down. Time to hop on the Hume and head home. What a great adventure. I've had so much fun. I can't wait to get home and have the leftover curry sausages. It was so delicious. Lee's taken his leftovers home as well. Now guys, one thing I do suggest, if you are coming here for the very first time, make sure you come with plenty of daylight. We ran into some people yesterday who rocked up just before dusk They could not find their friends where they were, and they were about to head back home, but they had to do the drive that we just did, which was like 5 minutes in the dark. And I tell you, you could get very lost very quick. So make sure you know where you're going, make sure you got plenty of light, especially if you're traveling around here for the very first time, because those roads start looking all the same. Anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go down the bottom and like and subscribe. Next Sunday at 5 p.m, we'll have our newest episode, which Adam and Twyla will be back. So we can't wait to show you another place and another adventure. Until next Sunday at 5 p.m, we'll see you then. See you guys.